want to strengthen the opposite area so that we continue to sort of master those habits that we tend to form over time. So what we're going to do first, as I said last week as well, is we make our muscles first and then start to release or mobilize. Okay, so everyone up onto their toes or their feet. And all we're going to be running through here is a toe squat. So you want to try and stay as tall as you can on the balls of your feet. And then whatever your body allows you to do, you're going to come all the way down as low as you can go, keeping the back nice and tall, and then coming all the way back up at the time where you're always on your toes. So we're going to run through 10 nice and slow ones. Sit at the bottom of that squat for a couple of seconds just to release the knees, the ankles, and the bottom of the feet, and then we come back up. So running through it, start to get your breath with your movement, because as we do some more challenging mobility or trigger release stuff, your breath is going to help you release those muscles. Sit, down, good. Sometimes your hands out in front can help. If you want to be a little bit more challenging, see if you can come down as low as you can on one foot and then use the other foot to support you and then back up. So as low as you can on one leg and then place that other foot down to help support. So you're challenging that single-legged strength, stability, and we're starting to warm up all those muscles. Two more. Coming down, coming down, coming down, and back up. Go one more. Awesome. Then we're coming down to the ground. We're going to go into our hip wiper. So we're literally just sitting up nice and tall and coming from side to side. As you start to feel a bit more mobile, see if you can do it with your hands off the ground. One side might be tighter than the others, and then coming down and up. See how you go. Back and forth. Nice. Cool. Next one's up onto your knees. Arms come up in this position here. So elbows in line with shoulders. Try not to tense too much at the neck. And then all we're going to do is, whilst keeping our elbows in the same position, see how far you can bring your hands down. And then see how far you can bring your hands up. Squeezing the shoulder blades back and down together to start to activate through your lats, through your scap muscles and your shoulder blades, and then back up. Notice when you're doing that, is making sure that you're pulling your shoulders away from your ears, so you're not really working the traps and the neck muscles. So it's all should be in the shoulders. Okay, we're not trying to grow big traps here. We're trying to loosen up our shoulder joint. Back and forth. Good. Nice. Then what we're going to do, we're going to do what's called nerve flossing here. So we're going to open up all through our muscles in our shoulders and our elbows, but more so the nerves. So fingers are going to be like this position here. Good. You're going to go into the shoulders like that, and then as you extend, you're going to turn the finger and the thumb downwards. So it's like this. And pull. And back. And you might get a funny nerve sensation just down the side of the arms. Good. What we're doing here is we're flossing the nerves. So we're breaking up any tension in the nerves and the muscle connection, coming back and forth. A lot of desk workers will find they'll get nerve impingement through the front of their shoulders. So it's important we open them up. A couple more. Nice, cool. Shake it out a little bit. Who felt that down the arm to the end of the fingers? Did people feel that? Sort of. Okay, cool. Next one, we're going to go hands on the head. Take a big deep breath in, rotate or twist, and then come back down. So we come up, rotate, big deep breath in, rotate, and flexion or down to the ground with the elbows. So the elbows are sort of leading the direction of the movement. So breath in, rotate, and then come down to the ground. So you might feel quite tight around or limited around that area. So elbows out to the side, in line with the shoulders, rotate, and then down on that diagonal. I want you to do another 4 each side with the breath. That's it. Awesome. Shake it out a little bit. So our first sets of lengthen and strengthen is going to be through our shoulders and our chest and our back. Okay, so our upper back. What you're going to do, just let me know. I'll try and bring it down to the ground because we are on the ground for this. Yep, sweet. So if I'm going to move to my left arm is out to the side, and then I'm coming across with that belly, lifting the knee up nice and high. So I'm literally coming across like that. I'm stretching out through the chest and the shoulders. And we're going to work through that for 1 minute on one side, and then change. And so we're coming up and over, stretching out through those shoulders, keeping the arm fully flexed, fully straight along the ground. We're going to work for 1 minute on one side, lifting that knee up nice and high, using your body weight, but ease into it. Don't go too hard too early. Good. Remember to breathe with the movement. If you've been sitting down at a desk all day, this is going to feel quite tricky, quite tight. We don't want to hurt you. You want to start to just release it slowly. Keep going for another 20 seconds. Nice. Cross, lifting that knee up, foot to the ground, and change sides. So up and over. Awesome. That's it. So trying to bring the knee up as high as you can and the foot over to the ground. Not necessarily a straight leg. We want to bend that knee to open up at the hip. That's it. Much better. Good. Notice where you're holding tension. Are you holding tension in your lower back area because you don't want to, you sort of feel unsafe in this position? Try and release some of that tension with your breath. Just know that your body can move this way and should move this way. Good. Okay, finishing up with that side, we're going to do the other side again, but all we're changing is the arm position. So shoulder and the elbow are still in line, but instead of the hand being straight in line with that, we're going to come to a 90-degree angle. So you're going to feel quite a fair bit more tightness in this one. So please just ease into it. So it's over, touch, and just come back. Over, touch, come back. And then you can ease into it based on your chest range and flexibility. If you have always worked at a desk, at a computer, you'll notice that this is really tight all through the pec minor there. It's going to be really tight through that connection at the shoulder. So work through it. Notice where your arm is. So hands on the ground, elbows on the ground, coming across. That's it. Do 3 more of your best with your breath, and then we'll change sides. Nice. Change it over. And across, touch, come back. Good. That's it. Keep going. Good. 20 more seconds. Doesn't matter how many you get out for this next 20 seconds, just try and get them done at full range and with your breath. Awesome. And then coming back to lying, you guys just check out my screen for 2 seconds. What we're going to be doing now is all going to be working through our upper back area. So through your scaps, you want to imagine on this exercise here that you're squeezing your shoulder blades together every repetition. How it looks is your arms will shoot down your side. I'll speak with it, but when you're doing it, you're going to be having your forehead just on the ground like that so that you don't strain too much of the neck. Arms shoot down, we go 10 like this, then we go palms up for 10, and then we go arms out in line with the shoulders for 10 with the forehead on the ground. So first things first is palms face up, forehead to the ground, and then lifting the arms up as much as you can, squeezing your shoulder blades together on every rep. That's it. And we're doing 10. Good. Trying to come up as best you can.
Sorry, Ada, can you do a 2-second explanation? Mine was on, I changed headphones and I missed that one.
Gotcha. So, yeah, just keep going, guys, if you heard. So, palms face up. We're laying like on your belly, forward to the ground. Lift the arms up as high as you can for a repetition, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then back down. So place your forehead down so you're not using too much of your neck muscles, more so that upper back area. And then we're trying to pull our shoulders back as far as we can. Really think about the actual muscles you're trying to squeeze here. There's huge amounts of science behind how you think about what you're working. You work way more effectively. So think about those muscles in the back, and then we go palms face up, down, and then palms out to the side, and then 10 for those. Once you've done all 3 sets of 10, I want you to just rest for me in seated or whatever. That's it. Nice. Good. And then arms out to the side, Joshua, after that. Good. That's it. And then same thing, but out to the side like birds. Good. Once you've done that, you're going to go into another set of side to side to open up the chest again. Notice how much freer you are in that area. Okay, just with your arms straight. Good. So I want you to do 10 each side. Call this one just a reverse crucifix. Yeah, that's it. Notice if you've got more hip range. Notice if the shoulder feels freer. Good. Good, and then 10 on the other side. Good. Nice, guys. Once you've done that set, everyone laying with their forehead on the ground, I'm going to cue you. We're going to work for a minute on each position of the body. So we'll start with head down, palms facing downwards, hands shooting down the back or down the side of the body. And we're going to work for 1 minute. It doesn't matter how many repetitions you get out. It's about the quality of the movement. So let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, yep, that's it. Arms by the side, palms facing down. Try and focus on more long reps, so slower reps, but more focusing on creating as much tension through the upper back and the shoulders as you can. Because the body doesn't know that you're doing 1 minute here or 25 repetitions. It just knows how much tension you're putting through the muscles that you're working. So the more focus you can have on tension, the more results you'll see. Good. 20 seconds to go. All right, so I want you to hang in there with me on this set. We've still got 2 minutes, 20 straight to go. So I want you to hang in there. On our next minute, we're going to turn our palms up. So we're just rotating at our shoulders, but still by the side. Let's go. 1 minute. You're going to feel a little bit more restricted in this position, but I want you to continue to keep that tension coming through the upper back and the back of the shoulders. Who's forgotten to breathe? Breathe for me. Good. Good for you, not for me. Nice. Still got 30 seconds of this movement. And then our final minute is our hands shooting straight out to the side like an aeroplane, but you still got another 25 seconds of this. Keep it going. Notice if you're taking a lot of the tension in the neck versus the upper back. Are you squeezing your shoulder blades down the body or up the body? 10 seconds. Good. And then palms facing down, arms shoot out to the side. We're going into our aeroplane one. So this one here is where you'll really have to consciously focus on pulling the shoulder blades down. Keep it going. We're nearly there. We're not doing any more upper back work after this. Keep going. Good. Breathe. Keep it going. Pull those shoulders down away from your ears. Nearly there. 30 seconds. Good. Three minutes of focused tension like you guys are doing would be well and truly way more tension and specific focus than most people would get out with reps and sets with dumbbells. Just because you've got this tension through the muscles the whole time. 3, 2, and relax for me. Coming up and just shaking, giving your shoulders and your head a little bit of a roll. Try and relax off as much as you can. Good. Okay, time for our favorite part, the lower back and the hips. Just have to rejig this one quickly. We're going to be standing now. We're going to be taking a nice long stride. Okay, so I'm going to go side on so you can see a little bit better. But we've got a big long stride. When you feel like you're at your maximum length, I want you to take an extra couple of steps. So we really want to stretch out this back hip. Okay, have a bit of a train track setup so you're not directly behind the front foot. You want to have a bit of space in between. Good, go nice and long. And then what I want you to try and do is you'll notice that your pelvis is sort of tilting forward like that. I want you to try and tuck your butt in and feel that hip flexor stretch. Thumbs up if you can feel that hip flexor stretching. Awesome. Now slowly lower down to the ground, but not quite on it. Hover just above the ground for me. Hands shoot up with that same knee that's back. And then all we're doing is pulsing. Try and stay as tall and strong through the body as you can. Remember, we're pushing that hip forward. We've tucked our bum in. Let's go. Keep pulsing. Nice. So we're lengthening this hip flexor. You sit all day most days, and all we do is shorten it. So now we're going to open it up. Hang it in there. Don't stop. Remember to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold forward. Hand inside that knee. Rotate across or trying to reach across over that front hand and then coming up to the top. So we're pulling across, but we're pulling an arrow, pull, and across. Pushing that front knee out so you feel that hip open up. Keep it going, moving through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up, we're still on that side. We're going to come down to the ground and then we're going to try and twist out and upwards and then come back. So we're running through, we're lunging, rotating, twisting, coming back. So we're opening up all through this side of the body, cross the body, and lift up and open up. 3 more. Focus on your breath with the movement. Good. Coming up, shaking it out, changing sides. So now you know sort of what you're in for. I want you to really look for that tension. We're trying to warm up all around our pelvis, all of those muscles and tighten up on us. Big long stride, train tracks. So remember what we want to do first is put our pelvis in a position that's going to be most effective on the muscles we're trying to lengthen and work here. So we tuck it in. I don't care how far forward you come, but then we're just trying to come down. Okay, coming down. Good. Shoot arms up or just one arm and let's pulse. Hanging in there. I want you to breathe. Just know the more you can go through that little bit of discomfort, the better release you'll get. So a lot of reward for a tiny bit of discomfort. Keep pushing. Tuck that pelvis in. Don't get lazy. Your body's going to look for ways out of this. Keep pulsing. Keep pulsing. 5, 3, 4. Hanging in there. Try not to stop early. 3, 2, 1. Hand down. Reach across. Rotate. Reach across. Rotate. Keep it going. Nice. 2 and 1. Coming back up into that same lunge position. I'm shaking. Who cares if you're shaking? It's good. We come down to the ground, lift up, rotate out. Come down, push that hip forward, rotate out. Keep going. Work, keep pushing. One more. Nice, coming up. Shake it out. 3 hand up if you've got a bit of heat through the hips and the legs then. That's what you want, guys. Good work. Now we're back to the ground. You thought that was hard. Wait till you try this one. So, how we look here? We've got knee in line with your front hip, foot in line with the knee. So technically, I'm at a 90-degree angle on both legs. The back leg looks like this. What you'll find is it'll want to creep forward throughout this movement. Keep it back. So we're going to be sitting up. I'm facing in line with the camera. I'm not actually facing you guys. So that's how my position looks. Now, similar to what we did last week, what we're going to do here is keep that back knee planted. Lift the foot. Good. Lift. Lift. Good. Keep working for it. We're going to go for 6. Feel those hip muscles start to prime. Good. Now we go foot, knee, push, rotate, lift, come back, knee first, foot second. Foot, knee, rotate. Good. If you have to use your hands to hold you up, that's okay. That's completely fine. I'd rather you have some form of structural integrity or structure so that you can actually achieve the hip. Don't worry about this area here. The more upright, obviously, the more we want to progress to, but right now we're focusing on the hip and the glute. So foot, knee, push, rotate, lift again. If you start to cramp in this, which you may, that's okay as well, just because you haven't used those muscles appropriately or effectively for a while. 2 more. Good, rotate. Imagine your balls are hip and socket joint, and all we ever really do is walk backwards and forwards. Sit down, stand up. We should be getting it back, and that's what we want to do, is increase that range of the hip so that everything works effectively. And then the last exercise on that same side, hinging forward over the front knee. Take a breath in, and then try and hinge back up. For 1, good, 2, 3 more. Use your hands if you need to, but we're pushing that front knee into the ground as you lift yourself up. So you're working all those lower back muscles as well. Everything's hip related. Everything's hip connected. Lower back problems, hip. Cool, let's change sides. Awesome, guys, good work. So now we work onto that other foot. So we're lifting foot, 6 repetitions. Don't just go lift, lift. Try and lift and hold. Try and lift, hold, place down. Lift, hold, place down. Lift, hold for a second, place down. Then we extend, making sure we lift first, knee hit first, foot comes second. Keep it going. rotate. Good work. Keep it going, guys. Good work. Try and stay tall. Awesome. Nice, Aaron. Good stuff. Nice. Just keep working through it. Once you've done 6 to 8 of these ones, of the back ones, then we hinge forward. Hinging forward, breathe in, and then push up. Nice. Forward, breath in, pushing up. Back down, lift, pressing up. Nice, guys. Keep it going. Down. Run through it. Keep working through it. Good work, guys. Keep it going. Nice. Finish off 2 more on that side. Then all we're going to do is knock the knees side to side. We found some things they can work on just then. Awesome. Cool. Don't worry about trying it every day. Don't commit to that. I'd commit to it 2 times a week to start with. If you start to feel more disciplined with doing things like that, maybe 3 or 4. Okay? Don't feel like you've got to make it every day to see change. Doing more than what you're currently doing will already see change. Okay? Cool. Righto. Now we're going to work a little bit more in our thoracic area and our spine. So we're going to start with a Jefferson curl, but with a body weight position. And this will just complement both the upper and lower body of what we've just done before we get into some trigger. So what I want you to imagine is that's your spine. You're going to tuck your head first, then your shoulders are going to roll in, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, you just want to peel all the way down to as low as you can go, and then vice versa, but start from the bottom and then work your way all the way up to the top. So it'll look a little bit like this. Chin, shoulders, slight bend in the knees if you are a bit tight around your lower back or your hamstrings. All the way over, take a breath in this position and then peel it all the way back up to the top. Hands come nice and high, arch the back, repeat. And I want you to run through whatever feels good for you time-wise over 1 minute, okay? Start to open up the back of the body now, leaning all the way forward, breathing. Sit all the way down, keep a little bit of bend in the knees. Hang at the bottom, heavy-headed, roll the shoulders down. Notice if you're holding tension still in the head, let the head hang heavy, rolling back up from the bottom of the spine all the way up, rolling the shoulders back, making it feel good into like a bit of a back extension at the top. And I want you to repeat that for the next 40 seconds, just making it feel good. The slower, the better. Good. Keep working through it. When you get to the bottom of the next one, I want you to hold it there for me. So you get right at the bottom of the Jefferson curl. I want you to be for everyone. I can start you on this set. So hanging heavy, dead hang. Good. Now what I want you to do is take a big deep breath in, and every time you inhale and exhale, I want you to pulse. So it's like, and I just want you to hang heavy. I want you to just keep getting heavier and heavier and growing the hips taller. So straighten the legs out more and more as you hang. If the arms are hitting the ground, you might hold each arm sort of cross-armed. So you got that little bit of extra weight pulling you forward like Aaron. That's it. And just pulsing with your breath. Trying to breathe, making the hamstrings lengthen. We're going to go for another 30 seconds. Keep it going. Let your head hang heavy, like it's a big lead weight. That's it. 5, 4, 3, and slowly peel back up to the top over 10 seconds. Nice and slow. Good. You should be shaking. You should be like, oh, what is going on? Good. So challenging every area, and then roll the shoulders back as best you can. Open up through the chest. Bring the arms behind the back. Feel the shoulders open up massively. Good. Shake it out a little bit. Awesome. Then we're going to work our way down to the ground. So what we just did, we lengthened out your back and your hamstrings. So what do we need to do? Now we need to strengthen our abdominals. So we're going to do just a couple of minutes of core here before we then use our trigger balls to release in a couple of key spots. So all you're going to be doing here is you're going to be coming back, laying down in this position. Just watch my screen for 2 seconds. One leg is going to be long, but only just off the ground. So you can see one leg's long, the other heel is planting into the ground with a bent knee. My arms shoot up from my shoulders, and all I'm doing is coming just off the ground. And I'm just pulsing. So we're turning on all of this area here. Legs long, nice and strong, and we're going to work through that. So I want you to maintain that position for me. And I'm going to count off for a minute of pulsing, and then we change into the other side. It's going to get spicy. Hang in there and breathe. Righto, let's go. Leg long, other foot planted into the ground with the heel, and then we're pulsing. Let's go. Doesn't, as I said, it doesn't matter how many pulses you get. We're just up and down. Good. And driving that heel into the ground of the bent leg. Feel all those muscles start working. That's it. Little tiny pulses. Good. Keeping that other leg out nice and long. Keep it going. Tiny pulse. We're just bringing the shoulder blades off the ground. Trying to drive that small portion of the lower back into the ground as hard as you can. And that's really going to sort of activate those abdominals. That's it. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, change legs slowly. Let's go. Good. It's only 1 more minute of work. Shoot that other leg out nice and long. The other one's bent, driving down through the heel. Bring that other leg a little lower, Josh. The right leg. Yep, just so it's off the ground. Good. Summer's coming, team. Summer's coming. Keep it going. Whoop, whoop. Breathe. Who's held their breath for the last minute 20? Start breathing. Let's go. Go. 10, 9, all the way to the end. Not allowed to stop early. See how much you can pulse. See how much tension you can create. 7. Good. 6. Keep working through it. Try not to stop. 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. Nice. Roll over onto your belly and just push your chest up off the ground to just stretch out through what we just did quickly. So just little pulses, keeping the hips on the ground. Good. Pulsing up. Should feel quite nice. Stretch out through the abs. That's it. And then what we're going to do is grab your ball, trigger ball. I'm going to show you what we're going to do to start with. Is we're going to throw it through the butt cheek, underneath it, and then all we're going to do is move the leg around over that hard ball. If that's not hard enough or it's not digging in enough, just raise your hand, but it should. So you want to put it under like some of the most sensitive or tight, tense spots you can feel in your butt cheek and roll that leg around over the top. If you find a really tense spot, really uncomfortable spot, leave the leg in that position for a couple of breaths over the ball. Good. Bring the knee out to the side. Bring the knee out to the side as well. Nice and slow. If you move through it slowly, you'll start to find, ooh, there's a spot. And then you want to put a little bit of pressure through that and the ball for a little bit. But bringing the knee out and moving the knee around or the leg will then put the hip or the muscles around the hip in different positions over that trigger, over that ball that we've placed underneath or whatever object it is. Good. Nice. If you find a spot that feels good, then just apply a bit of pressure for a little bit and then just change the ball in different spots. So move it up or move it down. Sometimes the corner shelf of the hip or the top shelf of the butt cheek can feel quite nice. We usually hold a lot of tension around that area. That's it. Just move the knee around to suit. Breathing with it. If we hold our breath, our muscles won't release as effectively. Nice. And change sides, guys. Good work. Nice. Change spots with the ball on that side. Good. And then bringing both knees together, just knock both knees side to side to go into a side twist. Let the muscles relax. We're just going to sit here for 30 seconds, just to the side. Good. Trying to breathe. Notice if you're still holding tension in the hip areas, not letting the knees drop further across. Your back, your neck, wherever you might be, just relax. Good. And then slowly change to the other side. Then coming back to the center, bring both soles of the feet together. Let the knees splayed out. Excuse me. I want you to lay back onto the ground, close your eyes, and I want you to take 4 different breath cycles. The breath cycle is going to be a 4-second inhale, a 4-second hold, and a 4-second exhale. Now, throughout this, I want you to practice really expanding at the abdominal area or at the belly area. I want you to feel the rib cages expand. The rib cage expand laterally, so outwards on the breath in. Hold it in. And then slowly release through nostrils or mouth, whatever suits you. Nostrils can be more effective. And breath in. Fill that belly right up. Hold it. Nice. 2 more. On the last 2 breaths, I want you to think about one positive intention you've got for the afternoon. Could be that you're going to give yourself an afternoon off and have a break, relax, go for a swim. Could be that you're going to get one last job done that you said you would get done today. Whatever intention can make you feel better. Take one final breath in. Pull everything out. Give yourself a high five. Woo. Well done, guys. Good work. I'll just stop the recording.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you guys